Welcome to Fear of Stairs, Desi Films Decoded, the podcast where four friends from different backgrounds unlock the world of Desi cinema. I'm Winnie, the Desi who's never been to India.
Hey, I'm Killy. I'm from India. I love films and I've never been to Pakistan.
I'm Nikki, and I've never been to India and Pakistan. I'm from Thailand, by the way.
I'm Adam. I'm from America, by the way, and I've never been to Pakistan. I have been to India, and today I learned that Salman Khan is a huge asshole.
Oh, but he played quite the opposite in this movie that we're going to talk about. He
That's
was
fine.
quite the charmer.
You're right, which is why I was surprised. But I just want to briefly go into this.
So that
Yeah,
makes him
like-
a good actor?
Just don't sit on the side of the street. If you know Salman Khan is driving on the road, don't sit on the street.
this was our first Salman Khan movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, it's good. He plays a nice guy. But when I was bringing it up to our friends, they're like, "Oh yeah, man, he's such an asshole." And I have completely unexplored this before, but yeah, he has a weird, murky past.
Well, he ran over, was it
Yeah.
4 people?
Yeah.
One died? I don't
His-
know if more died.
His driver was the scapegoat
Right,
at
right.
one point.
They were gonna send him to
No,
trial
that's
and stuff,
one.
but he didn't. Of course, he never got in trouble for it.
And not at one point. He's the fall guy.
He's
Like,
the fall guy.
legally. In the court.
I heard
Yeah.
like he kind of like he brought about like the bodybuilding kind of style and image in India. Like we've seen a lot of Amir Khan films, and I heard like those are kind of for like the nerdy intellectuals, and then Shah Rukh Khan is like the cool guy, and Salman Khan is like for like the gym bros or something.
Yes, that's true. Because, so he's the mega star category, right? Like at par with Amir Khan and Shah Rukh Khan. So it's like three Khans. It's like Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Salman Khan. And
KKK.
Okay. Okay. So Salman Khan is the guy who started getting raped when the other people were not. Now it's a standard, like everyone is usually raped before a film, and Salman Khan is bigger than what he used to be. But when no one was looking into being super raped, Salman Khan was the person.
And it's different seeing him in this kind of role that we were watching as well, because he's so used to being this like action superhero, like strong and aggressive, and here he kind of plays like a very well-mannered, sweet guy.
And he has a dad bod, right? I don't think he's that built in this movie.
Does
Do
he?
we ever see him? No, we do see him.
He's like a big.
He's built. He's built.
I know, but like, so when we were, and this goes into the intro anyways, but like when he's all dancing around and fighting and stuff, like I was like, wow, this guy's like a kind of, not in the best shape of his life. He's kind of like big and bulky. I was like surprised he could dance. And then finding out he was like the gym bro guy was very surprising to me, because he is like, I don't know, I felt he had a big dad bod this whole movie. I felt like he
Yeah.
was just a huge kind of non-ripped
I
dude.
don't know what Adam's talking about. He was still pretty hot, but let's
Really?
do a big reveal.
Oh, we know the
because-
type Winnie likes. Winnie, out of Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, and Salman Khan before.
Amir Khan.
Okay, all right.
Like
all right.
mainly because he's smart, socially aware, and
Has fun
uh,
eyebrows and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
and he looks 20 at 50,
Sure.
60, whatever. But yes,
You think Salman Khan looks good?
it's hard to look past, you
Yeah.
know, his real life. I'll admit. So no.
I'd say like he was way more handsome when he was younger. I mean, not in a way that when you were young you're handsome, but like when he used to look like a bit smarter, I guess. And he was like it has that boyish look as well, and very pretty face, and also well built. Now he kind of looks kind of dumb.
He's a total meathead for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he looks right now.
Yeah.
So what film we are talking about today?
Yeah.
It's Bajrangi Bhaijaan. It's actually in 2015.
Yeah.
It's like a film that tries to redeem Salman Khan's reputation, I would say. But more importantly, it deals with like this, shall we say, touchy subject in terms of like India-Pakistani relations.
Yeah.
It involves like Salman Khan plays this devoted religious follower who like goody two shoes, as one would say, and he finds like this mute young girl who's from Pakistan, and he just has to help her find her way back home. Basically, that's the gist of it. But I think the most important thing about the movie is that it tries to show that we should have peace among your fellow countrymen.
Yeah, this was
As I once
recommended to
said.
us by our Pakistani friends. So, like, this is like, because one guy recommended it. It's verified Pakistani approved by all of them. But I think like I was kind of stunned watching it because Salman Khan, I don't know how to say this better, but he gives off like religious blackface or something. Like, you know, like he's very dressed up in like the Hindu attire and stuff. That's why I was first asking friends like, what is this? Because he's like a Muslim, right? Like in real life.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like being this like Hindu character, and then he meets a Pakistani girl and like learns, you know, he learns that Pakistanis are all right, I guess. It's kind of like The Blind Side in that type of way, right? Like, oh, this person learns that this other is actually human. But the Pakistani girl never talks. So, like, I'm just surprised because it's so leveraged towards India, I feel, that I'm surprised Pakistanis like it.
I'm so surprised to hear you say that. I
That's
feel like this has been like the most balanced
Really?
Bollywood movie
Yeah.
I've watched where they don't paint Pakistanis negatively at all.
Yeah, there was a huge character who
Yeah.
was a journalist.
Right.
I
Who
guess
was
I'm
like
not-
helping him all
Okay.
the time.
To be fair, I think what the thing is, I didn't realize how racist most people were, I guess, because from a distance, this looks like super, like, wow, they made a Pakistani a journalist. Like, that's surprising for me to hear that's like an amazing thing for them to do, you know?
No, I'm saying like so they had a huge like Pakistani characters had a good amount of stake in the film. So first of all, the journalist, and then the Maulana Saab from that school, that madrasa school where he shelters Salman Khan and hides him from the police looking for Indian, quote unquote Indian spy. So that was one character. And then the journalist was these two major characters played a huge role, like saving him from the police and the like military and stuff, and also the army guy who would finally let him through the border, like going against his country's rules and regulations. So I feel like they were like pretty solid characters from Pakistani side, which kind of like were very human. And I have actually, from the right wingers Indians, I have seen the comments that like apparently this film paints Indian in a bad light and Pakistanis in a good light,
Yeah.
so they cannot.
In what way?
I think you see more kindness when they go to Pakistan and they interact with
Yes.
Pakistani citizens than you did. Because in India,
true.
there was a mixed bag, right? There's
Yeah.
like the brokers who try to cheat them, and then they try to sell her off to like a brothel. And when they go to Pakistan side, everyone is trying to help them besides like the authorities. And I think that's also done intentionally.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I will
Yeah.
say, like, you know, as a person that's just getting started with all these like Indian movies, like the portrayal of Pakistanis in this movie is a lot better than the Lao Singh Chada.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
like way
yes.
leagues ahead, streets ahead. Yeah.
I think another point was that Indians. So when they were showing Indian system is good. People are mixed bag, but Pakistani people are good, but their system is bad, kind of way.
Yes, that's
Right?
very, very
That was
put. Very
like,
well put.
That's
Yeah,
a
you're right.
very liberal Indian take. Like people
For
who
sure.
say like, oh, Pakistanis are good people, their state is bad, is the people are good. This is the as Pakistani friendly Indians can get. They will never I mean, for many political disturbance reason and proven and whatever, so they will never stand behind Pakistani state at all, like ever.
But throughout the movie, you do see some Pakistani authorities also showing a very human,
Yeah.
empathetic approach to them.
When-
So, yeah, like towards the end, and then, we'll get through the plot. But I think even though there are some authorities that are very one side, very blind, they just want to make, paint a negative picture of him because he's Indian. That
Yeah.
is in the minority. And there are authorities who also become flexible and understanding of their situation.
But that's only when they get rid of their role and going against their
Exactly.
orders. So
It's
still the people are good, the system is bad.
and it's kind of
a
promoting like going
thing.
against your system, going against
Yeah.
authority for the betterment of
Yeah.
Indian
So
treatment.
Indians can,
yeah.
so you can like be appreciated by Indians more.
Yeah.
So how does the movie kick off?
Yeah, we get to see like this like cricket game.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, immediately I wrote a note because the first shot they show you is the cricket game. a Pakistani is playing cricket in like a village, and immediately I was like, oh, they want Indians to like relate and show that like, oh, Pakistanis like cricket too, and we all like cricket, and that's like our unifying thing.
No, Pakistanis are crazy about
No, I
cricket.
know, but they have to kick off showing the Pakistan like watching football, so they're like, see, look, we all love cricket. Like, let's acknowledge that.
Shared love.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's emblematic of like shared love.
Yeah.
Right.
That you are the same. We are the same people. Like yeah. Okay, yeah.
They're not barbarians. They watch the same cricket games as us. That's how I got it.
That's a wild take.
Never took it
Okay.
that way, yeah. But they, so yeah, there's this like woman watching this cricket game, and I guess there's like a star player. I'm sorry,
Shahid Afridi.
that guy. Basically, he makes like a decisive victory, and that woman is about to give birth to a daughter, and she names her sort of like after that player. Her name's like
Yeah.
Shaida.
Which is the guy's name then, right?
So that was a weird, like that's a fun play that they were doing. So there was like, okay, I'll name my kid after the player as Shahid, right? So they, in their psyche, it was already a boy or something like that. So I perceived it that way, that they thought that it would be a boy.
Yeah.
So named him Shahid. But like later when the character is in, the little girl introduced, that we get to know that her name is Shahida. So it's like,
Well, the movie, the character says, "What if it's a girl?" And she's like, "I don't know." And then boom, it's a girl, and they name it.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they did think it was a guy.
Right. So I guess fast forward, and she lives in this like very like picturesque sounds of music hillside kind of looking place,
Kashmir.
Kashmir.
We've been talking about that place a lot.
Yeah,
But it looks like
and-
the Swiss Alps. Yeah. It does.
Yeah, it looks like the Swiss Alps. And do you guys know of this like cheese rolling festival in the UK? It's like where people just roll down this hill somewhere in like I think it's like it's called Cooper's Hill.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So basically, she decided to partake in that cheese festival and rolled down. She rolled down the hill, and she kind of like fell off the cliff. And like because she's mute, she tries to. Okay, I'm kidding. Basically, she just like was playing in those hills, and then like she rolled off the hill, and because she's mute, she couldn't like call for help. And that's how we learned of her character, right? That like this, she's like. She has trouble speaking, basically. They were doing a search party, and then they managed to find her, right? And then, like, they went to, like... They need to, like, figure out how to help her. And I think there was, like, some religious play. They had to go to, like, Delhi, to, like,
Yeah.
a temple
So
to figure out, like, what to do
yeah,
To fix her.
to fix
Yeah.
her.
So Khaja Mainuddin Chishti is like a very Sufi side of the Islamic school. So it's like that kind of place, and then it's a dargah. It's not a mosque. I mean, it is close to the mosque, but like yeah. So the village elders asks her to like take to Delhi, and then because he said like, oh, it was him or someone he knew, that person also was mute, and as soon as you take them there, and then it's like they can speak again, and then people tell him that, oh, that was before partition, like that was one country back then, but now it's in a different country. We can go to US easier than we can go to India. So someone says that. So it's like, yeah, we are building up to the fact that it's already rolling the fact again and again, like the cricket, that it is the same people, same group of people. We're connected. It's just the border now that makes us different. That's the whole message of the film anyway. So yeah. Let's go on. So they go on to India. Yeah.
So yeah, I think they went on a trip to that temple to try and get her fixed. And I think that on the way back, they were on a train, and it was at nighttime. So basically, the train stopped for repairs, and I think it was like Shaida like manages to see like this little lamb or goat that was stuck in like some crevice or something, and she decides to go out and help out the poor little creature, right? And then I think basically the train I don't know, I guess in true cinematic fashion, the train just happens to, go with like continue, how do you say it? Train
It just
continues
keeps going.
Keeps going.
I didn't put the siren on. Like usually train before starting they have a siren in India. Like,
Yeah, but it's
they will
quiet.
go a
Everyone's
siren.
sleeping.
They're like, no siren for this time. Little babies outside.
So Shaida notices in like out of like she's scared that she's getting left behind. So she manages to run and get on this like train, but it turns out to be some other train that like goes the opposite direction, and it basically goes to India basically, and that's where that sets off the entire plot of the movie. And her mother gets freaked out. She asks for help from the police, who are of no use or of help whatsoever.
Yeah, like the train crosses the border. They're like, there's nothing we can do. It's basically on a planet away. We can't do anything because of this wall or fence or something. So good luck. Your daughter's fucked. Yeah.
No, so they like we were talking to Indian authority, and so also Indian authorities sends a search party, but Shahida already boarded another train, so she's not there anymore. So they don't find her, and the mother is like, I want to go back check, and she's like, you already used your visa. You need another visa again to enter India, and she's like, oh, so yeah.
So Shahida is just like walking around India, right? Like I think she like comes across like this restaurant, and then we get introduced to like Salman Khan's character, where he plays like this guy named Pawan. Pawan, yes.
Yeah.
And like we get to find out that he's like this devoted like Brahmin follower. Is follower the right word?
Hanuman follower.
Yeah. Hanuman.
It's from my country we call it Hanuman. So
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
a
I'll refer to
Hanuman.
Hanuman
Yeah,
if that's
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Hanuman. And basically he's so devoted that like he puts his entire faith into this religion. Like things will work out the way they are, and like he can't do any bad things. He can't lie. He can't like do things on the sly, as the subtitles tend to say.
So this brings me to a trope I've been noticing in Indian films, which is the hero is a stupid person or something. Like, is he stupid?
Well, he failed his exams 10 times.
Yeah.
Right?
he did.
To his
But
father's
is this
dismay.
noble? Like, is this aspirational? Because he's supposed to be like a super competent guy, but he acts like he's a child that's like never seen the world before, and he acts dumb.
Well, I think the essence is just like you don't really have to be smart. You just have to be a good person, right? And he really embodies that kind of like integrity, loyalty, honesty towards life. You cannot deny he lives by very strong, very, very strong moral values.
But that's what they want to impress, right? Not that he's like because I don't know, just American movies, if the hero was stupid like that level of naive, we wouldn't really buy it.
Maybe it's to make him more relatable to the general audience. I mean,
He's
not
stupid
that.
just like me.
When they make clever hero, I think they have really hard time writing clever heroes. Like like when they make clever hero in Doom, like none of us like
follow.
That's
like
true.
the hero.
I just think it's interesting, like the behaving childlike seems to be like the masculine or hero trope.
But I don't know what you mean by childlike though, because I feel like he plays a relatively like emotionally mature kind of
He just seems
man
always
compared
like
to.
lost and confused and not put together and makes like weird choices and is confused all the time. Don't you get the vibe that he's kind of stupid? Like again, half the plot point is he failed his test so much that his dad kind of like shoved him out of the house.
I think he comes off as lovable, and sometimes being a bit dumb helps with that. Not dumb, but just like a bit aloof.
I
Let's
was gonna say
Most
lovable goofball.
right.
He's a goofball.
It's just not the first time we've seen this trope, so I'm curious if this is like a common thing.
It's a very I would say 50-50. Like it's very common, but it's not always the case. But I would like to point out one more thing here, that like when they were showing like his childhood, so his father was shown as a RSS scatter, like
Yeah, right.
RSS scatter. And I mean, okay, they show that whole thing very neutrally. They don't show anything bad or good, exceptionally good or anything. It just shows that he comes from a very strict Brahmin family.
Can you explain RSS scanner?
Oh, RSS is like, I mean, yeah, people. It's just like one of the very kind of militant side of Hindutva organization that is like the backbone of the political party that's BJP that's ruling India right now. So it's their non-political wing, but they're very politically involved, and they had a very murky and very controversial history
So it's really
since there.
interesting that they add this reference to RSS in a movie that is kind of showing the harmony of coming together of India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
Like, what is your take on that? Why do you think that was put in there?
I think they're taking like one extreme of the Indians, like, like, because RSS would be staunch against Pakistanis, like, like theoretically.
But the
I'm
dad
not-
is.
Yeah,
The
it's
d-
his uncle. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so his dad dies. But whatever, yeah, it
The
shows
uncle
that they come from.
hates the Pakistanis.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
it's showing that coming from that background, he has the heart to change, and so why don't you? I think
Oh,
I
okay,
read it as
okay.
that way.
That's a nice read
Like,
of it.
he comes from that family, that kind of upbringing. Because I'll come to it, like, when we talk about the story, like how the whole Hindu caste system was kind of referenced, the hatred towards meat eaters are kind of referenced throughout, but in a very light way, yet very impactful way. Like,
Yeah.
it's not making a huge commentary on it, but like it's just showing as a matter of fact way.
Yes.
But it's while doing it, it's actually showing like what goes on in this kind of culture.
Yeah, like the
Mm.
attitudes towards Pakistanis,
It's
you
not
would
even
say.
Pakistanis. They were like very like aberrant attitude towards meat eaters.
Right.
Yeah.
Toward at the beginning. Okay, yeah, we could go on.
But I guess
when
like the whole movie, it does this masterful way. I would say a masterful way of like dispelling myths that you have of other people,
yes.
I think that's the best way to explain it. Yeah.
It is funny. Sorry, you're right. You're right. It's interesting to point out, like the Indian uncle, whatever, is kind of the villain.
I mean,
in the movie a bit.
Yeah. He's the reason that had things happen. It happens.
Yeah,
in a way.
it is kind of bold, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll just quickly go over like Pawan's like background. Like he basically like Winnie already mentioned, like he's this like dum dum that like couldn't pass like his exams, and his father doesn't like expect any better than that. And like by the time he manages to pass the exam for like the 11th time, his father dies of shock, basically. And like what one thing that he likes to do is like his Salman Khan's character is like this. He's not good at anything. Not good at like wrestling, like his father expects him to. Not good at maths, whatever. So his father dies of shock when the moment he passes the exam, and then like he finds out that like he has to go to his father's friend's house, which is like his like Uncle Pandey, I guess that's what we call him. Basically, like this uncle is basically like a devout follower of Hanuman, and that's where like the whole his devotedness to this religion comes into play, right? And the uncle also has like a daughter named like Rasika, I think, played by what was her name again?
Krishma Kapoor? Am I saying Karina or Krishma Kapoor?
Karina Kapoor.
Karina
Karishma is her
Kapoor.
sister.
Just say Krishma Kapoor.
No,
Wait,
Karishma
Krishma
is her
Kapoor
sister.
is her sister and a
Okay.
famous actress.
Okay.
Even people
Why?
not
Like,
even
you-
near that name, he's like, and so the main character's name is Krishma. The uncle's name is Krishma.
Yeah, so they basically he has a daughter, right, played by Karina Kapoor, and like they quickly established that romance. Like he falls for her, and then like I think that she was like arranged to be married to someone else, but then Uncle Pandey notices that they're in love. Like both Pawan and Rasika are in love, so he gives Pawan a chance to make something of himself so that he is worthy of her love, and that is like buying a house, right? Right, Kiwi?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Fast forward to like the present day, he finds the Shahida on the street, and he has no choice but
Chili's
to.
keeling over and dying. You okay? Sorry, Nikki, go ahead. Yeah, please, if you end up dying on here and like you make sounds that ruin the editing, I will be so pissed. Please die quietly away from the fucking mic.
Like he tries to get her back, but because she's mute, there's no way of knowing how to get her back. So then he takes her under his wing, manages to bring her back to Pandey's home. And Pandey is like a strict religious guy. Like I think at one point he makes sure that only devoted followers of Brahmin lived in that place.
Yeah.
It's like like you said, it's a caste thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
also religion and caste both. So what happens is like when Salman Khan's character Pawan comes to his house and he can, oh, I can smell meat. What's happening? And then they're like, oh, there is this Mohammedan neighbors, like they eat meat all the time. So just ignore, like we cannot do anything about it, like this hatred towards meat smell. And then he's like, I have decided, like the uncle says, like, I have decided I'll never rent to anyone who is from other religion. But in the subtitle it says caste, so but it's both true, because like, even Hindus eat meat, like different caste. So he was kind of saying that whoever eats meat, I will not ever rent them, but it's just a neighbor who's cooking. So his disgust towards meat eaters is like comes again and again, and that also comes from Pawan's character as well, which he has to overcome gradually. So yeah,
I did in classic Bollywood fashion, they had Chekhov's like meat. So if they're going to talk about it a lot, there's going to be like a song and dance number up specifically about eating meat later. So that's a good setup.
There's a lot of Chekhov's
Chicken.
When they think about chicken the whole time,
Yeah,
because
there's
the
a
girl
song
eating
of-
meat.
I don't know. I might have forwarded through the songs. I don't remember.
That's fine. There's a whole chicken song about eating meat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean it was very hard to miss. Literally all about chicken. Only.
The girl follows him back, and then he starts noticing things about her. Like he was trying to. So like they play a little, like there are scenes where he's trying to play a game with her, where he would like just say Indian city names, right? And then like just so that he could deduce where she lives, and he could not get it right. And basically like throughout the movie, like throughout in this part, basically like I'm saying basically a lot. throughout the movie, he notices these little things about her where it's like she's like she goes to like this Muslim's home, Muslim neighbor's home to eat meat, and then she goes to like the temple to pray, wearing the veil.
She moves to the dargah, like Muslim place, next to the temple. Yeah,
that's it. And then that's when, and then also like when there's a scene where like they're all watching the cricket game, and then like when Pakistan won the game, she was the only one that was like cheering, and that's how they're able to deduce.
Yeah, able to deduce, like super subtle. He's like, I think, based off the subtle clues of her worshiping a Muslim god, like cheering on the Pakistani team and eating meat, maybe she's Pakistani.
The movie frames it. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I think it kind of unfolded in layers
Yeah,
gradually.
exactly.
First, she's like meat eater. I remember that scene when first she's a meat eater, so they cannot wrap around their head that she can be Muslim. So he's still like, oh, she may be like a Kshatriya caste, like which is another top caste, but they eat meat. So it's because she's quote unquote fair.
Yeah,
like she's light skinned, so she cannot be from lower caste. I love that scene because it matter of factly shows like the thought
Colorism.
process of the casteist thought process of Indians. And like he's like, oh, she's maybe like Kshatriya, but look how fair she is. She's definitely that then. And then so that's one layer, and the next layer is when she goes to the dargah, like where the Muslims pray, and then he cannot even utter the word that she's a Muslim. She's like, she's that, like he cannot even say that she's Muslim.
Yeah, he can't even go in the temple. He's like freaked out.
Yeah, he's freaked out. And then that's another layer. So like it's like removal of layer of hatred. It's like first meat eaters. Okay, she's meat eater. Okay, next layer, she's Muslim. And third layer, okay, she's not even a Muslim from India. She's Muslim from fucking Pakistan. So that's where like, oh my god.
Worst nightmare. This is a trained terrorist baby.
I think there was also a moment where she was like stealing like a bracelet, and then he like Pawan orders her to like pray and apologize to God.
Yeah.
Right? And that was another thing that that she didn't want to do. And then like I think when he went the scene when he went to see her in the temple basically is like she was reading the Quran, I think.
She was praying the Muslim prayer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember the final test where he gave her like a pad of paper and a pen, was like draw Muhammad, and she's like no, and he's like
Oh my
I think
God.
I know what she is.
Wow, that's a very
Jeez. Oh,
that's a joke.
jeez.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he decides. Remember then, like once he figures out she's Pakistani, he gives her some money and she leaves straight into the brothel, right?
Well,
Yeah.
no, but he gets like an agency to take her across,
Oh.
and it's insane that he is gonna let her go by herself. You know, she's like, she looks like she's 10 or
5 or
something,
something.
right? Like she's a young girl, and he's just gonna send her off with this old adult man, and the whole time you can see her like crying. She obviously had like negative instincts towards this, and
It's
yeah.
really funny though because yeah, he's like, I need to see, I need to like send her off or whatever, and he sees that she's like in the little carriage and goes straight to like Taj Mahal Hotel or whatever, right in the seedy area, and he goes in and coming from Salam Bombay, where we're used to like all these like realistic brothels and shit,
Oh my God.
and then he goes and she's just instantly like boom in there like. She is like the prize version, like prostitute all over again.
And
It
this
was-
is where you see Salman Khan become Salman Khan that
The
we all
fight
know and
sequence.
love. Yeah.
He does like Steven Seagal fights in this one though. He's not that active, I feel like.
Adam was not impressed.
No, I was not, dude.
Before the brothel scene, there is a scene like where he takes her to the Pakistani embassy.
Yeah.
And
Oh, thank you.
They said basically like she can't get a passport. She can't get a visa without a passport, and that I guess I don't know if that process is like that.
No, of course, like
It's like it does
Yeah,
take
you
that
don't
long.
have passport.
I mean, if she wants to go to Pakistan back, she needs her passport, but her passport definitely with her mother back in Pakistan. But like, and at that point, the embassy shuts down because there is an attack by the right wing Hindutva gang. So there is the thing, like
Yeah,
they never
there's-
connected the both dots. That is like the similar thing that Salman Khan himself come from, but he's like coming from that kind of family, but he's saving the little girl from that those goons who were attacking Pakistan.
But wasn't
What was the
embassy.
riot about?
No, it wasn't a riot. Like I think some like political thing going on between India and Pakistan at that point of time. So these people were like attacking Pakistani embassy and closing it down, saying that like we don't want Pakistanis here or
But
some stuff
wasn't
like that.
Salman Khan the reason why it closed down?
No.
I thought he like
no.
fucked up.
He
No,
was
it
just there, and then at that point, by chance, that was the exact time like when these goons, like right wing goons,
Yeah.
attacks Pakistani embassy. So the Pakistani embassy says like they're closed for a month, so that's why he takes the agent route, that where he said like they're gonna deliver the
Yeah.
kid to Pakistan, and he believes that. Okay.
And he did use all his savings, right? He was saving
Yeah.
money to buy this house so that he could marry Karina Kapoor. Yeah, and then he uses the most of it gives the most of it to this broker to take Shahida back.
What was he working as in 6 months? Like with the college education, he can buy a house with
I
6
think-
months education, 6 months work.
Collecting tide, dude. Is it that hard to be in India and go to Pakistan? Is it hard to get a
No.
visa?
At that point, it was not hard, but they were showing that she cannot go because she doesn't have passport. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's skip to go and she's in Pakistan or something.
Okay, because sending the girl off to some travel agency made her end up in a brothel. He decided to take matters into his own hands by bringing her to Pakistan himself. Okay, and then like he's on the border, right? And then I think we meet like a couple of smugglers on a jeep. I don't know how that is not like very like they're standing out or whatever.
Well,
But
that's very realistic.
is it realistic?
I think so.
On
yeah.
camels and shit? You see do people ride camels around there too?
Yeah, it's a desert area. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they decided to like help him, like, and then I guess through like this border, like, it's like a very wide open desert, right? And then there's like a huge barbed wire, probably made of plastic. Who knows?
I have noticed that every time now I see barbed wire, I'm like, huh, okay, that's probably not real. Movie magic ruined.
And then like they have like these little tunnels that they go through to get to the other side. But basically like, but like what Winnie said, this is where his like devotion to Hanuman comes into play. It's like he refuses to step any further than after crossing because he doesn't want to do anything shady. So he has to wait. So he ends up like standing there like a sitting duck and then getting caught by like the border border patrol basically, and like you have this like really long standoff where he's trying, like Pawan is trying to get the border patrol to give him permission to cross the border, because once you get permission, it's no longer like a shady thing, like doing things on the sly, as one would say.
Even though, like, he doesn't get, like, written permission, so who's gonna believe him? Like, the Border Patrol said I could. He
I
doesn't
think
get
it
his name
It
or
was more of a
anything.
moral ground than a legal ground, right?
I get it.
He just needed
This is,
permission.
again, the trope, though, of, like, dumb idiot. Like, this reminded me of such an Amir Khan scene where he's just, like, honest to a fault, and he's like, I came through with the smuggler. His name is this. And then, like, I came through this tunnel, and he, like, points at it, and just is, like, giving away, like, exactly how he got there.
Poor
Yeah.
Ali might have been in prison by now.
Oh, he, like,
Yeah.
totally ratted out a
Yeah.
guy. That guy's life is ruined. They closed up, like, the way for other people to leave and escape. Like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very bad move. But
Yeah, he fucking
anyway.
ruined the lives of so many people just then.
So many smugglers. No, but it shows his devotion. It shows his character. I guess in a very goofy, extreme way.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, it's showing he does like things, very unnecessary things that like anyone with a little bit of like intelligence will not do.
For-
And he sabotages his own plan that he has to take the girl back to her parents, and he sabotages that mission by just being very honest.
Yeah.
That he's like doing that again and again.
Yeah, and to
that's
be
a
that-
character trope.
To be
Yeah.
that level of honest, you need to be a little bit dumb, right? You're not gonna
Yeah.
stand at the border and wait for guards to give you.
And it's the other country's
But, you
border.
know,
It's
if
the
more-
Pakistani border.
If
It's
more
not-
people did this, I think we'd have less problems.
True.
Oh, I hope nobody tried this. This is a very bad.
I hope they
like-
all just stand at the border waiting for ICE to come.
And then the movie also shows the Pakistani guards showing some empathy and humanity, and
Yeah.
eventually giving him that permission, which
Yeah.
is very hard to believe and paints Pakistanis in a very positive light.
That's why our
Okay.
friend likes it.
Now enters into Pakistani some small town or village.
Yeah. So they managed to get in after with all the permission, the coercion to permission. Basically they end up in a town, right? And like, I guess like Shaida is like a kleptomaniac because she likes to like take bracelets and handcuffs, and of course she like manages to.
Well, I mean, she's Pakistani. They can't.
Oh my god.
Whoa! Whoa! That just undid everything the movie was trying to do.
It's true to character, guys. They have to show her, they can't make her that angelic.
She's a child.
Yeah, that's why it's her base instincts. Go on.
So she nicked like this. She nicked this policeman's handcuffs, and it ends up with Pawan getting in trouble for it, and he could not like procure a passport, even though he keeps saying that he's being honest about it. He wouldn't lie that he's Indian, and Shaida's like a Pakistani girl. No, they just throw his ass to jail.
Shahid keeps telling him to lie. She's like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. And he's like, no.
Yeah,
He doesn't listen to the girl.
No, at this point, she has more street smarts than he'll ever have in
For
his
sure.
life at 6 years old.
And then this is the point where we get introduced to another major character, which Keely says has a connection to some viral video. His name is like Chan Nawab. And
Yeah.
we get an introduction where he's like standing and reporting on this like train station, and then people just kept like walking through his reporting.
Yeah, so Chandabab is like a real person. He became like a viral because of this weird video that he's trying to shoot. He's like a very local news journalist, and then like tried to record this news bite where he's getting like obstructed by people walking and in the platform. So it was very funny actually, the actual footage.
The actual video was funny,
Yeah, it's very funny.
but they
and-
recreated it and I didn't laugh.
Yeah, because it was like just a reference. I mean, imagine that's actually happening in a real life, and it goes on for long. Like he really tries to like make the news and in a very stupid way, and then like he can just record it, and people will be asking like, why is he recording? Why he's not going somewhere else and recording? So that's a very weird viral meme. That's why it was viral. So they just recreate that scene again in the film, and without context, it doesn't make any sense. Like that's why you guys didn't laugh. But I think it worked in India because like that was already a very viral meme. And so that's like okay, it's a tip of the hat, like a tip to the like a viral meme. So
The
that's
internet
why people-
watchers.
Yeah.
I saw that scene and I'm like, is this a deleted scene they forgot to delete or something? But basically, like China Wow, he's this reporter who's trying to make it big, and like he was trying to frame that Pawan is like a spy, like spy for India, like spying Pakistan. So he tries to get into he tries to get the scoop, and like I think there was like they managed to like escape, like basically Pawan manages to escape from the jail, and I think there's a scene where like the reporter was kind of like stalking him into a bus, and like he starts to notice how honest Pawan is, and like there's that maybe this guy isn't actually a spy, and that he wants to like get this girl back home. So he decides to like assist Pawan and Shaida to get her back home, basically. Yeah, I don't know who the actor is, but he was pretty awesome. Like he just like, I think there was a lot of like, I felt like I could feel like at first I thought he looked like a jerk, but then like he managed to do like a flip change of character, like change of heart.
He wasn't a caricature. He was his own character. He was three-dimensional. Like, and he was smart. He's smarter than like anyone else in the film.
Yeah, and he's a really amazing actor. Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Yeah,
Is he Indian?
Yeah. I think everything about this film was Indian. Like, I mean, casting wise and location wise. I think that's why they never showed any city in Pakistan, because they never shot in Pakistan. And I mean, it's basically like you can find every place in India. So I think it was just shot in India.
I think a lot of this was in Punjab, right?
Yeah, it was in Punjab. It was in Rajasthan. It's like in Kashmir as well. Yeah.
So they escaped the police station, but not leaving. They didn't leave without this like calendar that they had, and that calendar was showing like the Swiss Alps or something, and that was the thing that like made Shaida get like all excited. Mm-hmm. So that's where our characters tried to find like the location, basically, and then I think at some point during their travels they ended up at a mosque. Yeah. At a mosque where like they meet like these nice holy men.
Yeah, those guys were fucking cool.
Yeah.
The guy with shades was rad.
Yeah. He's a Maulana, like it's a madrasa, I guess, like a mosque adjacent school. So there is another change of character happens, because in Hindu Brahmin, like his mindset, like he cannot enter a mosque, right? Because it's like very exclusionary, that religion, that like other people cannot come in. It would be dirty by them. But so he was not entering, and then that mosque people were like, no, you can just come in, doesn't matter if you are not a Muslim, like you can just come here.
It was cool.
Everyone is welcome here.
They're very friendly, welcoming, open. He was like a cool uncle. I wanted to go there.
Yeah,
it was nice. Yeah,
I think that's the thing that what made the movie great for me is like I start to learn more about how Indians view Pakistanis in general, like stereotyping, I guess. And then like the movie does this like really nice way where it's not really in your face, but it's just more like they try to dispel myths, like what I said, and I think one of them is like Pakistanis are kind, so Ursa, if you're listening, you're a kind, funny man. I don't know.
Shout out to our only Pakistani friend.
Despite all the hate you learned in school, I'm glad that you can accept us as people.
So anyway, like the people in the mosque, they decide to help Pawan and Shaida escape by letting them wear a burqa. I think it was like
yes, Salman Khan's in a burqa. Yeah. Gotta get that joke in.
Yeah, yeah, and then like, I think he feels weird about it, right? Like he just didn't want to be in a burqa. I think he made a big fuss about that.
He's a big baby.
Yeah.
And
and let's say why actually. Let's say why. Because he lies so much that they made him wear the burqa so that he'd be like in the woman role and shut up. Because
he cannot lie. You said he lies so much.
Oh yeah, sorry. Because he's so honest, like to shut him up, they put him in a burqa so he wouldn't talk and the other guy would talk and lie instead.
And throughout their travels, right? The journalist, what's his name? Chan, yeah. He basically like at first he wanted to pitch the story to like lots of news outlets that this guy is a spy, but then as soon as he realized that there's a touching story about reunion and family, like nobody wants it. So where does he turn to? The internet. YouTube. The power of the internet.
In an internet cafe.
The Wi-Fi is fast. I started thinking about the Wi-Fi there.
This is before cell phones. He has like a digital camera and he has to like go to some old internet cafe and like plug it in and there's like the slow uploading and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very advanced.
2015
Yeah.
in a remote area. I can
Still like
see,
that. Yeah.
And and then they figured out that like his cameraman got detained by the police. So they're using the cameraman as like a guy to like get the information of where they are. So throughout the movie, they were like trying to like deceive them by giving them false information. And at one point they realized that they ended up at a place called, I think it's like Sultanpur. Is that the actual place? Sultanpur.
Sultanpur. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. if
I
it's
think it
an
was the
actual
place, but like they like almost brushed, like they came across the Shahida's mom while documenting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when they realized that they're like close by.
She gets down from a bus and then they go to the bus the next morning and ask like what station, like what villages or towns they're coming from, like all they ask the bus driver to list all the names, and then as soon as Aida hears Sultanpur, she goes like ecstatic that yeah, that's my village, yeah. So that's how they get to know finally like
And
where she's
The whole
actually
movie's
from.
like one big guess who for her.
Yeah.
It's all yes or no questions until they figure out where her home is.
So you get like the group splits up, right? I think it was Pawan who tries to distract the police, while Chan manages to bring Shahida back home to the Swiss Alps, far
Swiss Alps.
away.
Yeah.
Just kidding. to her home,
To the
basically.
Von Trapp family.
Yeah. And but that doesn't stop there, even though she reunited and everyone manages to see the documentary that Chan made on YouTube. The only problem is that Pawan gets detained by the police, and they want to continue framing him that he's a spy, which is I think it's a very harrowing moment. I don't know if police do that sort of thing in real life.
All the time.
I just want to be hopeful, maybe.
Accusing everyone of spying.
Yeah, and I think you get to see like waterboarding and
It is. I'm sorry. I was like laughing so hard because the fucking montage was so funny when like he's getting beat up and she's like hugging her family in the same exact moment. It was like really hard to know which emotion to feel because like happy for her and then Salman Khan's just getting like beat up and tortured and stuff.
Because of this Indian man sacrifice,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
young Pakistani girl
Yeah.
gets to reunite with
Why
her
won't the
family.
Pakistanis understand?
But like the police was trying to deceive the public into thinking that he's a bad guy, but because of what Chan did, like putting out the story of him trying to return Shahida back home, it moves the people. People are not fooled that easily, and then we get to see all the public rally behind to get to let the police free Pawan, right? Am I going too fast?
No, we gotta wrap up anyway. I gotta
For
go.
the dramatic end scene.
So the dramatic end scene is like you get to see this border at the Swiss Alps. No, this nice border, and then you have one side India, one side Pakistan, and Pawan comes in like a free man. Everyone rallies to him, but not before Shahida. She sees Salman Khan and wants to thank him for not running over her. And I'm kidding. No one laugh. That's such a bad joke. Anyway,
Don't worry, that goes to the top of the episode.
she sees. Okay, I need to be touchy about this. Like she sees Salman Khan, about to cross the border, but not before yelling uncle. I think uncle. Yes.
Because some guy was like twisting her arm actually, and he just said you have to say uncle, and then she did it. It wasn't about Salman
Oh,
Khan.
jeez. Well, no, her voice comes out almost like megaphone. Like it's so
Yeah.
dramatic and loud and echoey, and she just repeats it like 3-4 times.
There's 1,000 people rushing through the border yelling, breaking like through the fences, and this little girl screams uncle, and he just hears it like a piercing shot and turns.
That's the connection of her.
Yeah.
It's also 6 years worth of voice that never got out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
She's,
probably
like,
did sound like echoey.
Yeah, and he turns around and they just have one freeze frame moment where they embrace. And
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's just, I think the message of the movie is that be kind to one another.
Well, he's like throwing her up in the air,
Yeah.
and it just looks like another like Simba moment. There's so many Lion King moments in Bollywood.
Tearjerker.
Look, I
Yeah.
think the way I'm
Did you cry?
I cried the first time I watched it with my mom in the cinema, like when this was first released in 2015, and I think we both cried back then.
Anne cried. Anne, who like she didn't understand much, but she understood that, and
Yeah.
she was crying.
Shahida was not saying anything. She was not listening to anything, but so everyone was like connected.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
okay,
this is the
Shahida
kind of
was-
movie,
Okay, nothing.
kind of movie you don't really need to understand, like
It's pretty easy.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the way I'm describing it right now, it sounds like it's a bit rushed, but like if you really take the time to watch the movie, it's like it's such a tear-jerking moment. Like you want this girl to get back home safely. You want Salman Khan to be absolved of his crimes.
In real life and in the movies.
It's great. And I'm just gonna put it out there, but at the time of recording, there's my country Thailand is going through a very serious conflict right now with our neighbors Cambodia. All I can say is that I hope there's a quick resolution to this conflict. I don't want any more civilians to be hurt. And I just think that like when I watched the movie, I thought of the conflict. I mean, I think it's easy to say that when I see the conflict between Indians and Pakistanis, I think of my country and Cambodians. It's quite similar in a way. I mean, like our conflict has been running for centuries. Like this is like an ongoing issue. It just has escalated and peaked to the point where you just see it all the time now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Burma too, like on the borders. Like it's always some weird border tension and very unnecessary,
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
And we've been recording in this bunker the whole time, and like we're running out of gummies, and like it's been. I would like this to stop as well. The shelling.
But I like going back to the movie. I think it's so interesting that this was released in 2015, when I think that was also kind of when the Hindutva moment was gaining a lot of
Yeah.
traction, when BJP was kind of like on the rise. They were getting more support, and so it's interesting that they released this in such a positive light, and I think it can have a very positive impact. Like I kind of saw that with my mom. Like
Yeah.
growing up, she was like we were deeply impacted by the partition. I'm from Punjab, so during the partition, our land fell on the Pakistan side, and Muslims were basically persecuting Sikhs, and so we had to flee, and like that's why I'm in Thailand also. So I wanted to go back to my ancestral land, like it's in Pakistan. So growing up, I'd hear so many stories from my grandparents, because they actively ran, right? Where like they were so anti-Pakistani, so anti-Muslims, harbor a lot of sentiments that kind of what we saw in the movie from the uncle. And so of course that passed down to my mom as well. And she gave me like a few rules to dating, and one of them was no Muslims before I went to the States. Like she used to be very serious about that. And if anyone's Pakistani, she'd just be like, mm. And when we watched this movie, like, I kind of like, she did tear up, and this was 10 years ago, so I don't remember if we talked about it, but like she kind of warmed up. I have Pakistani friends now that I've introduced her to, and she's very open and loving to them. Like she doesn't really, it's probably not because of only this movie, but I kind of saw that moved her, and I brought it up recently when I told her we are going to record about this movie, and she was really fond. She was like, yeah, that was a great movie, I loved it. So I think this kind of movie coming out from Bollywood is such a positive sign. Like it leaves, it doesn't create more hate, which is already too much in this world.
I think it was I think it is the last film that came out, like which is like preaching friendship between India and Pakistan. To be honest, like in such a strong way. Yeah. So those kind of films always been there, but like they have stopped coming from Bollywood, sadly.
and then you have things like Lao Singh Chada.
Yeah. And now you have the most recent conflict between India and Pakistan in Kashmir also, that has led to
Yeah.
even more animosity, tighter border controls, suspension of treaties. So
Fear Stars rating.
I gotta go join a meeting. So it's okay, but I think that summed it up really well. You guys can do the Fair Stairs rating without me, but I gotta go. You don't need it. It's fine. That was a good wrap up.
Okay. Is it a little too...
Is there anything more
Okay.
we want to discuss?
I don't know.
You can. I have to go though.
I'm so sorry. I just feel like we were just
Okay.
rushing it, so I'm just like,
No.
Okay, okay.
No,
go,
you
go.
did fine. But continue without me. Actually, it's fine. I don't give a shit. Just hit stop.
is the volume okay? Fuck man, is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
voice too
everything's
loud?
good.
Everything's fine.
Just carry on, carry on.
Fear stairs, okay. Does anyone?
Fear Stairs rating. Yeah. So
It's like
Dad, where's Dad?
Give me putting on Adam's pants.
no, do it. I don't
Do it,
remember.
Kelly. Here.
I don't remember all the
Do you remember any of them? Here.
I don't remember all the pointers though.
Regional heat setting,
Heat check.
dance
Not so easy, is it,
numbers,
everyone?
fear upstairs moment,
And the first dance floor.
dance numbers.
All right, bye. I give it a 5 out of 5.
Okay. Okay. Staircase moment.
Staircase moment. I guess when she's Pakistani, for them, not for us as the audience, but for them.
Yeah, I think for me but I also was seeing it like when she was sold to the brothel. Like
We all kind of saw some shady shit coming
yeah,
though.
I was guessing it, but yeah, it
But
was kind
brothel
of
was
expected.
extreme, huh?
I think yeah, okay. So staircase moment out of 5.
I
So-
didn't think there was a staircase moment. Personally.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like there was any moment where it took a left turn at any film. So for me, I don't know. I'd give it like a
This is the Edge of the Hill moment though. Sorry.
edge of the hill moment. Yeah, maybe that would be the staircase moment.
What do you mean
yeah.
edge of the hill moment?
Like she fell down the hill.
Oh, that was so early.
Dance floor clause.
Oh, there was quite a lot. The one that the one that stuck out to me was the dance. I was gonna say dance floor. The one that stuck out to me was the one that establishes Pawan and Rasika's relationship. They wrapped it
Ah.
up so quickly that I just thought that was kind of impressive.
That wasn't a dance floor number though, but yeah, that was a very intimate, nice song. But I would say like it's almost 5 because like there were so many songs that I like the chicken song.
Yeah, I forwarded through, but if you say there's a chicken song, I give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
That's very creative.
and yeah, the dance numbers were like pretty good. I remember the songs were pretty much big hit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Family Feud factor.
Oh, that's a good one. This is like the whole uncle having some animosity towards Pakistanis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a 5 out of 5. The whole thing is about navigating family dynamics, getting them to accept them being more conservative than he is to accept this Pakistani Muslim girl, and him doing everything he can to marry the daughter.
Spice level regional hit check.
I think
Oh.
it's a good one. 5 out of 5, maybe.
Oh, 10 out
Yeah.
of 5.
10
10
out
out
of
of
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moral of the melodrama. No, that's pretty strong one. Yeah, it's a very moralistic film. Like love everyone. To see Indians and Pakistani, that's like just similar people sharing same culture and identity, and it's just divided by border. I mean, it's a very close one to my heart, honestly.
Adam, what do you think? Oh, he's nodding in agreement with Keely.
I'm just gonna listen to this while editing. Like, what?
He's nodding in agreement. I don't know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that sums it up very well, Kili. That was very nicely put.
So
Yeah, that's very good.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
It's
Yeah,
a great
Highly recommend.
It's a great movie. I really enjoyed it. For me, it kind of like just shed light on this whole aspect, between Pakistanis and Indians, and I see parallels too with what I'm going through, I suppose.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I think that if I ever want to like let people understand the conflict, I would show this movie.
Yeah.
I think
That
makes
that's the way
sense.
to go.
I think this movie is so relevant, especially today, especially with the political climate that we're in, the rise in nationalism. I think movies like this should be advertised more, made more. I think in like at this setting, I don't think a movie would be released like this in Bollywood. Like,
There's a reason these kind of movies are not being made anymore.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
But
yeah.
we do need it more than ever as a little reminder that we are just one.
Yeah, I mean, Salman Khan was making like all these like very meathead action films all the time. So I didn't like those films much. Like I watched 1 or 2 of them, and I was like, okay, fine, I've watched enough. So I kind of missed this film as well, thinking this was the similar film.
Mm.
I remember people saying me it's not, but somehow I missed this film. But like this is the first time I watched it, and it's a really good film.
Was
Yeah.
there a film named Tiger 3 or something?
Tiger 3 means like there was Tiger 1 and 2 as well. I
I-
think Tiger.
He was in it, right?
Yeah, Ek Tha Tiger. Yeah, it's like there was a tiger. So I think that film is also by the same director. And I think there also he plays a certain twist on ISI agent. Like ISI is like the Pakistani secret service. So the heroine is from like the lead hero. The heroine is from Pakistani secret service, and the hero is from Indian intelligence service RAW. So they fall in love. So I think there was also a twist of like, Pakistan is not being inherently bad people in Ek Tha Tiger as well, even though it was like a spy action film. So this director had been putting out film like that before. I don't know what's happening now, but yeah.
That's really
So
cool.
that's
So they're
true.
actually producing a sequel to this movie as well. As
What?
of 2021, Salman Khan confirmed that they were making a sequel, but then 4 years later, we have not heard any updates, so unclear if it's in the making. I also wanted to point out that this movie was a big hit in China,
Okay.
like a massive hit. It released in the cinema in 2018, so it had already gained a cult following in China when it was released in 2015. And then after Amir Khan's Dangal became such a big hit in China, they thought, okay, let's release it in the theater 3 years later after the original release, and it did really, really well. But they shortened the film to 2 hours or something, so I think they cut out some scenes. And I just want to mention how the title was translated in Chinese. It was basically Little Lolita Monkey Got Uncle. That was the name of the movie in Chinese. I thought it would be like quirky and appeal to audiences.
Yeah,
But
but
it was a big hit.
Bajrangi is Hanuman. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
Bajrang Bali is Hanuman's another name.
Yeah.
Wait,
Bajrangi means Hanuman.
They're making a sequel, so what happens? She gets lost again.
I mean, given her character, like she's bound to lose, like get lost again, like somewhere.
Yeah.
She's always like go off like on her own journey, and yeah.
Kids these days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're done.
All right. Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining in, and please like, subscribe our podcast, and let us know in the comment section how you feel about it. If you have any movie suggestion, please drop in a comment, and we might do it. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, done.